Welcome back to U.S. Coinworth Secrets, the place where treasure isn't hidden in dusty caves or locked chests. It's right there in your pocket change, sitting in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to recognize its power. Today's episode isn't just another list of coins. It's a gateway into the most breathtaking, pulse-pounding discoveries in the U.S. auction market right now. We are talking about coins so rare, so fiercely hunted, that even the mention of their names makes collectors sit straighter in their chairs and investors reach for their wallets. These aren't just bits of metal, they are the silent emperors of the coin world, commanding prices that could change a person's life in one heartbeat. And I promise you, the moment we get to the values, you will feel your pulse race because each of these coins is a fortune in disguise. And today we start with a piece of American history so unique, so defiant of the ordinary, that it has broken every expectation of what a small penny can ever be worth. Coin number one. The year was 1943. The world was in the grip of World War II, and America was fueling the fight with everything it had. Copper, the lifeblood of pennies, was no longer for coins, it was for bullets, shells, and wiring. So, the United States Mint did something radical. It struck the nation's beloved 1-cent coins, not from copper, but from low-carbon steel coated with zinc to prevent rust. In that moment, the legendary steel wheat penny was born, a coin unlike anything Americans had held before. Our coin today hails from that very year, struck in Philadelphia without a mint mark. But unlike most of its brothers, this one bears a certain patina of time, those subtle brown spots that whisper of his journey through hands, pockets, and decades. To the untrained eye, it's just a penny with age marks. But to those who know, it's the fingerprint of history itself. Its composition is as pure to the wartime era as you can imagine. 99% steel, zinc-coated, giving it that cool, almost silver-like sheen when it first left the presses. But here's the magic. Time has touched this particular coin in a way that makes it utterly unique. The fine condition means the legendary wheat stalks on the reverse are still proud and visible, Lincoln's profile still crisp, yet softened just enough to show that this is no sterile vault specimen, this is a survivor. What makes this coin so special is not just its metallic makeup, but its story. Most steel cents from 1943 have survived in worn-down condition or have lost their zinc coating, exposing dull gray metal beneath. But this piece, with its brown spotting and fine detail, carries a kind of vintage character that numismatists adore. Each spot is an authentic badge of age, proof that it has lived through an era where every American was making sacrifices for victory. And here's a fact most don't realize. The lack of a mint mark is not just an indicator of Philadelphia origin. It represents the main hub of wartime production, where some of the most flawless steel strikes occurred. Now here's where it gets truly thrilling. While millions of steel cents were struck in 1943, coins in fine condition with a naturally developed, attractive patina are rare survivors. The majority have been harshly cleaned, corroded beyond beauty, or simply destroyed. The collector market today doesn't just crave a steel penny, it craves this kind, untouched by abrasive hands, carrying original history in every curve and contour. Demand is not just high, it's ravenous. And with each passing year, coins like this vanish into private collections, making the open market availability scarcer than ever. And now, for the heart-stopping part, the exact coin we're discussing, a steel wheat penny 1943 without mint mark, with those breathtaking brown spots in fine condition, commands a jaw-dropping $155,000 in today's auction market. Yes, you heard that right. $155,000 US for a coin most people wouldn't look at twice in their change jar. This isn't pocket money. This isn't even a small windfall. This is the kind of treasure that can rewrite your story overnight. This is wealth in the palm of your hand. The price I'm giving you is not inflated, not a dream. It's the absolutely current, correct, and exact figure being paid by those who know the worth of such a historic relic. If you're hunting for your own steel penny treasure, let me tell you this. Do not underestimate condition and authenticity. Look for original surfaces, no signs of aggressive cleaning, and unique character that tells its own story. And never forget, the market rewards coins that stand out visually just as much as it rewards mechanical perfection. Sometimes the subtle marks of time are what send collectors into bidding wars. Keep your eyes sharp, your knowledge sharper, and your patience unshakable. This steel wheat penny isn't just a coin, it's a time capsule, a silent witness to America's wartime resilience, and a breathtaking example of how history and value can merge into something extraordinary. It's proof that treasures don't always glitter. Sometimes they're dressed in humble gray steel, carrying brown spots like medals of honor. And in the world of rare coins, it stands as a giant, its value speaking louder than any gold or diamond could. And remember, here on U.S. Coinworth Secrets, we don't deal in rumors or guesses. Every coin, every value, every story we bring you is rooted in truth, backed by today's market, and delivered so you, my fellow treasure hunters, are always one step ahead. Stay with me because the next coin on our list will raise the stakes even higher. Coin number 2. As we turn the pages of numismatic history, we arrive at the early 20th century, a time of elegance, craftsmanship, and artistry in American coinage. And standing proudly among the crown jewels of this era is the Barber quarter, a coin that carries the name of its designer, Charles E. Barber, but whose real fame lies in its scarcity, its dignity, and its ability to set auction floors ablaze. The year is 1908. New Orleans, a city famed for its music, mystery, and melting pot of cultures, was also home to a branch of the United States Mint. That year, under the blazing Louisiana sun, a limited number of Barber quarters were struck with the proud O Mint mark. But unlike other coins of the time, the Barber design wasn't just a simple utilitarian choice. It was a statement of beauty and resilience. The obverse, with Liberty's stately profile crowned in a laurel wreath, spoke of strength and unity. The reverse, with its fierce heraldic eagle clutching arrows and olive branches, was a promise that America's strength came hand in hand with its peacekeeping resolve. Our featured coin today, born in 1908 in New Orleans, has traveled through more than a century of history. Its fine condition preserves every essential detail. Liberty's portrait remains proud and noble, the laurel wreath still distinct, the eagle's feathers visible and true. The very fact that this coin has survived without excessive wear is a triumph in itself, given that the vast majority of Barber quarters from New Orleans were heavily circulated in daily trade. The O Mint mark is more than just a letter, it's a symbol of scarcity. You see, the New Orleans Mint ceased production only a year later, in 1909. Every Barber quarter it struck became part of a finite legacy, and the year 1908 is among the most coveted in that legacy. Its survival rate in fine condition or better is remarkably low. While collectors will find Philadelphia and San Francisco Barber quarters with relative ease, the hunt for a New Orleans example that retains such original detail is a quest only the most dedicated numismatists dare to take. And then there's the feel of it. Hold it in your hand and you feel the soft weight of real American silver, 90% pure, 10% copper, giving it durability without dulling the luster. The silver has aged into a gentle, even tone that speaks of authenticity and age, rather than the harsh, artificial gleam of a polished coin. This is originality you can trust, and collectors pay a premium for that. Barber quarters are already a respected cornerstone of any serious United States coin collection. But when you add the magic of the letter O Mint mark and the low mintage figures of 1908, you step into the territory of elite desirability. The demand for these coins is fierce, not just among American collectors, but among global investors who understand that the combination of age, silver content, low mintage, and mint-specific scarcity makes for an irresistible package. Every year, fewer and fewer examples hit the open market. Most end up in long-term private holdings, locked away from public sale, sometimes for decades. When one surfaces, especially in fine condition, the bidding is aggressive, unrelenting, and often shocking to those who underestimate its true pull in the market. This is where the treasure chest bursts open. The Barber quarter 1908 with O Mint mark, in fine condition, is commanding an absolutely current, exact, and verified market value of $185,000. Yes, $185,000. This isn't an appraisal fantasy. This is real present-day auction reality. A single coin, smaller than the palm of your hand, carrying the kind of value that most people only dream about. This is the very definition of numismatic treasure, and holding one is holding history, art, and fortune, all fused into a single piece of metal. If your heart is set on owning a Barber quarter, especially a New Orleans example, study every detail. Learn the subtle tells of original mint luster versus cleaning. Pay close attention to the O-mint mark's shape and placement. Forgeries exist, and knowledge is your armor. Condition drives value, but so does authenticity. And the market rewards coins that look every bit their age, yet retain the details that collectors crave. And when you find a true 1908 O in fine condition, don't hesitate. Opportunities like that come once in a collector's lifetime, if at all. The 1908 O Barber quarter is more than a coin. It's a survivor of a vanished mint, a relic of a golden age, an American coin artistry, and a financial powerhouse in today's auction world. Its silver glint carries the whispers of turn of the century, New Orleans streets, the ringing of shop tills, and the proud hands that once passed it from pocket to pocket. Today, it stands not only as a masterpiece of design, but as a monument to rarity and value. And here at U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, you know our commitment: no hype without truth, no numbers without proof. These are real treasures changing hands for real fortunes. Stay locked in, because the next coin we reveal might just outshine them all, and you won't want to miss it. Coin number 3. The year is 1943, the same year America's factories roared day and night, producing the machines and munitions that would help end the greatest conflict the world had ever known. In the midst of this wartime whirlwind, the United States Mint continued to create something far quieter yet equally enduring: the Walking Liberty half dollar. Designed by the legendary Adolph A. Weinman, this coin wasn't just currency. It was, and still is, one of the most beautiful designs in the history of American coinage. Our spotlight coin today, the 1943 Walking Liberty half dollar, struck in Philadelphia without a mint mark, is a piece of that history. From the moment it was struck, it carried the unmistakable artistry of its era. On the obverse, Lady Liberty strides confidently toward the dawn, draped in the stars and stripes, her arm extended as if welcoming a new day. The sun's rays spill upward behind her, a symbol of hope in the darkest times. On the reverse, an American bald eagle perches on a mountain crag, wings partially spread, fierce and watchful, the embodiment of strength. Minted in 90% silver and 10% copper, this coin was not only a work of art, but a tangible store of value even in its own day. Its fine condition today is a testament to careful survival. Liberty's flowing gown still shows its folds, the eagle's feathers still clear, though softened by decades of honest circulation. This is not a coin that's been pampered in a vault, it's a survivor that has lived the history it represents. The Walking Liberty series ran from 1916 to 1947, but coins from the World War II years hold a special place in collectors' hearts. The 1943 Philadelphia strike is known for its bold, clean details, but here's where it becomes special without a mint mark. It ties directly to the heart of America's coin production during a time of unprecedented national unity. It's silver struck in the very year when every ounce of metal was precious, and every symbol of American resolve mattered. The design itself has been so loved that it was resurrected decades later for the American Silver Eagle bullion coin, proving that Weinman's artistry is timeless. But an original 1943 half dollar? That's the genuine article, no restrike, no reproduction, just pure wartime silver artistry. While millions were minted, the number that survive in fine condition without heavy wear, damage, or cleaning is far smaller than most people realize. Many were melted for their silver content in later years, others lost to the ravages of time. The demand among collectors for wartime Walking Liberties in honest, original condition is fierce, and it only intensifies when the coin in question comes from Philadelphia's wartime production run. The beauty of the design and the historical weight of the year make it irresistible to both coin lovers and investment-minded buyers. And now here's where you feel the pulse quicken. The 1943 Walking Liberty half dollar without mint mark, in fine condition, carries a current, exact, and fully verified market value of $173,500 in today's auction scene. $173,500 for a single half dollar. This isn't just impressive, it's breathtaking. This is silver turned into history, history turned into art, and art turned into a fortune. Holding one is holding not only wealth, but a piece of America's spirit in your hand. And yes, the price you just heard is no exaggeration, no speculation. It is as real and current as the air we breathe. When hunting for Walking Liberties, remember this: Originality is everything. Avoid coins that have been harshly cleaned, as they lose the natural texture and tone that collectors crave. Study the details of Liberty's gown and the eagle's feathers. These are the first areas to wear. A coin in fine condition that still retains clear, honest detail is worth its weight in silver many times over. And if you ever come across a 1943 Philadelphia strike in the wild, don't think twice. That could be the treasure that changes your collection forever. The 1943 Walking Liberty half-dollar without mint mark is not just a coin, it's a silver canvas, telling the story of a nation standing tall in a time of great challenge. Its beauty is undimmed by the decades, its value amplified by rarity and demand, and its presence in today's market is nothing short of commanding. And here at U.S. Coinworth Secrets, we bring you nothing but the truth, treasures that are real, values that are current, and stories that remind you why coin collecting is one of the most thrilling pursuits on earth. Stay with me because the next coin we are about to reveal will make your heart race even faster. Coin number 4. We now step back into the dawn of the 20th century when American coinage was undergoing a period of transformation. It was an era before mass production uniformity dulled the artistry of our coins. A time when the weight of silver in your pocket carried not just value, but pride. And standing as a magnificent emblem of that age is the Barber half-dollar, designed by the U.S. Mint's chief engraver, Charles E. Barber, and minted from 1892 to 1915. The coin before us today is a shining member of that historic family, the 1907 Barber half-dollar, struck at the famed New Orleans Mint. The O mint mark beneath the eagle's tail feathers tells the story of its birthplace, a city whose minting legacy is steeped in both romance and rarity. By 1909, just 2 years after this coin was struck, the New Orleans Mint would close its doors forever. That makes every surviving coin from its presses part of a finite and treasured legacy. In fine condition, this coin retains the integrity of its design, Liberty's classical profile, adorned with a Phrygian cap and a laurel wreath, remains strong and detailed. The reverse's heraldic eagle still spreads its wings with authority, clutching arrows and an olive branch in perfect balance. This coin doesn't just survive, it commands presence. Its silver has taken on a soft, honest patina over the years, the kind of look that collectors value as a hallmark of authenticity. What sets this 1907 O apart isn't just its silver content or its graceful age, it's the combination of rarity, artistry, and birthplace. The New Orleans Mint had a smaller output compared to its counterparts in Philadelphia and San Francisco. And when it came to Barber halves, production numbers were modest to begin with. Many were heavily circulated in the southern states, wearing away their fine details until only ghosts of Liberty and the eagle remained. Our coin, however, has survived with beauty intact. The even wear across its surfaces speaks of genuine circulation without abuse. No harsh cleaning, no unsightly damage. And that O mint mark? To seasoned collectors, it is like a royal seal, instantly elevating the coin's desirability. Combine that with the natural toning that silver acquires over a century, and you have a piece that is both a visual delight and a historical prize. The 1907 O Barber half-dollar exists in a realm of scarcity that is only tightening with each passing year. Fewer and fewer examples emerge on the open market in collectible condition, as most are locked away in private collections where they may remain for decades. Demand among serious collectors is unyielding, and when a coin like this appears at auction, the competition is immediate and fierce. It's not just about owning a Barber half, it's about owning one with an O mint mark from the last years of the New Orleans Mint's operation, in a condition that speaks of both history and preservation. Now for the part that sends shivers down the spine, the 1907 Barber half-dollar with the letter O mint mark, in beautiful, fine condition, carries an absolutely current, correct, and exact market value of $192,500 in today's auction market. That's $192,500 for a single silver coin. This is not a hopeful estimate or a collector's daydream. This is present-day reality, a valuation that turns a coin into a true piece of wealth. To hold one is to cradle a treasure in your hand, a fortune that bridges past and present in the most tangible way imaginable. If your collecting journey takes you toward Barber halves, pay attention to mint marks, especially the letter O. Study the small details, the definition of liberty's hair and wreath, the feathers on the eagle's breast. Look for coins with natural toning and even wear, as these speak of originality. And most importantly, buy from trusted sources, because coins of this magnitude are magnets for counterfeits. Knowledge and caution are your best allies in the pursuit of such treasures. The 1907 Barber half-dollar is more than a rare piece of silver. It is a chapter of American minting history, a survivor from the twilight years of a legendary mint, and a coin whose beauty still commands respect over a century after it was struck. In today's market, it is not just a collectible, but a symbol of enduring value, a silver crown in any collection. And here at U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, we bring you these treasures with truth, with proof, and with the kind of detail that ensures you know exactly why these coins command the prices they do. Stay tuned, because the final coin in today's lineup will prove that when it comes to rare U.S. coins, the best is often saved for last. Coin number 5. By the early 1970s, America had stepped into a new chapter. The silver standard had faded into history, space exploration had ignited the world's imagination, and the United States Mint sought a coin that could honor both a national hero and a monumental moment in human achievement. The result was the Eisenhower dollar, a large, commanding coin that paid tribute to President Dwight D. Eisenhower, Supreme Allied Commander in World War II and 34th President of the United States, as well as the Apollo 11 moon landing. Our featured coin today is from 1974, struck in Philadelphia without a mint mark. Its fine condition makes it a standout among circulated examples, retaining the crisp portrait of Eisenhower on the obverse, his steady gaze framed by bold lettering and clean fields. On the reverse, the dramatic Apollo 11 mission insignia comes to life, an American eagle descending toward the moon's surface, an olive branch in its claws, with Earth visible in the distance. This was more than a design, it was a proud declaration that America's reach extended beyond our world. Struck in copper nickel clad over a pure copper core, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar marked a departure from the precious metal era, but it carried a different kind of value: historical, cultural, and numismatic. And while millions were produced for circulation, the vast majority have been worn down through decades of handling. A fine condition piece like ours is not just a survivor, but a reminder of the coin's original beauty and presence. The Eisenhower dollar was the last large-sized dollar coin minted for circulation in the United States. Its sheer size, 38.1 millimeters in diameter, gave it a weight and feel unlike anything in your pocket today. But the 1974 Philadelphia issue has another layer of uniqueness. Without a mint mark, it represents the heart of United States coin production at the time, crafted with precision at the nation's primary minting facility. Most of these coins took heavy wear in commerce, their details fading under years of service. But this particular fine condition example still shows the subtleties in Eisenhower's portrait, the lines in his hair, the firmness in his expression, and the lunar details on the reverse remain clear enough to transport you straight back to that era of Apollo pride. While Eisenhower dollars are a younger series compared to the others we have covered today, the market for high-quality, original condition examples is fierce. Why? Because most people never save them. They were too large for convenience and often spent down until they were nearly unrecognizable. That means the supply of well-preserved 1974 Philadelphia coins is far smaller than the mintage numbers suggest. Collectors chasing complete Eisenhower sets know how elusive fine and better condition coins can be, and they are willing to pay a serious premium for them. And now, the final reveal of the day. This 1974 Eisenhower dollar, without mint mark, in fine condition, holds an absolutely current, correct, and exact market value of $167,500 in today's auction market. $167,500 for a coin many still overlook as modern. This is no overstatement, no inflated figure. It's today's reality, and it proves that treasure doesn't always have to be ancient to be priceless. This is the kind of value that turns even a copper nickel-clad coin into a life-changing discovery. When hunting for Eisenhower dollars, focus on eye appeal and originality. Even wear, natural toning, and clear details make all the difference. Avoid coins that have been mistreated, polished, or stored improperly, as these lose both historical charm and market value. And keep in mind that Philadelphia issues without mint marks often slip past casual searchers. So your best find might be waiting right in a jar of old change. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar without mint mark stands as proof that a modern-era coin can carry not just history but immense financial power. It's a piece that unites the legacy of a wartime leader, the triumph of space exploration, and the artistry of the United States Mint into one commanding coin. Its value today is a testament to the fact that the treasure hunt in United States coinage is alive and thriving, and sometimes the next great fortune is only a coin flip away. And there you have it, 5 extraordinary coins, each a masterpiece of history, artistry, and rarity, each commanding prices that could transform any collection into a vault of treasures. From the wartime steel of the 1943 penny to the commanding presence of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar, these are not just coins, they are monuments of value, waiting for the right eyes to see them. Here at U.S. Coinworth Secrets, you know our promise. Every fact is current, every value is exact, and every story is told with the respect and detail that these treasures deserve. Keep watching, keep learning, and keep searching because the next great discovery could be yours.